Waveball. Is his surname Waveball? You've been actively supporting Golden State. Give me your thoughts.
Son of a bitch.
I really believe Miami is the better team. I think they can win, but without Jimmy Buckets, I give them no chance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's the NBA SA show, and Timmy's making sounds to try and distract me, but I will not be distracted because the NBA playoffs, it's round 2. There's 8 teams left, and monstrous plays are happening. Big time showbiz is on the line. There's a championship, and LeBron James has something to say about it. All this and the other teams after the break. How was that? How was that?
Hey, we made it. Nigga, we made it. Hey, damn, we made it. Nigga, we made it.
Welcome back to the show. It's the NBA SA show. Season 2, and we are almost done with this season because it's round 2 of the playoffs. Gentlemen, I want to start talking about Golden State Warriors and the LA Lakers. What a game 1 we had. Kirk,
Yes.
you've been actively supporting Golden State. Give me your thoughts.
Son of a bitch.
Hey! Timmy, your thoughts.
So, I guess to take some positive out of it, for us to have a great series, that was the best outcome for game 1.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
What I did like was the way the Lakers managed that game. They sucked the life out of the game. They slowed it down. They gave up certain things. They were happy to live with certain options. And Steph just had a stinker. He had a typical come down game.
Yeah.
So, which is weird because I don't know. The other strange thing is the amount or the lack of calls Golden State gets. Even in the previous round, if you look at the sack game, Sacramento got way more foul calls than Golden State. And I don't know what it is. It's almost like maybe they've lost a step and driving, because they're driving. I mean, there are guys that are taking it in and they're getting bumped and they're falling and they're getting knocked down, but they're just not getting the calls. Whereas Sacramento, as well as the Lakers, they just stroll into the lane and they're drawing fouls. I don't know. I suppose it's a combination of Golden State's cuck defense, but also I think that there are ways to absorb contact, and it looks like the Golden State players, they take the contact, but they try to avoid it. So you'll see Jordan Poole going up, getting bumped, but he'll be contorting his body, trying to avoid the contact instead of going through the contact and getting the foul. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the one thing that they're struggling to get to the free throw line. But I like the way the Lakers controlled that game. That they looked like they had a game plan, they executed well.
For me, the greatest part of the way they held the game, I said this to you off air, Kirk, was in the fourth quarter when they went on that, I think it was 13-0 run, and they tied the game at 103 and 103. Most teams, and we've been watching Golden State now probably for the last 10 years, when the Golden State at home go on that fourth quarter run, almost never does the opposing team come out with a win. They will come with a run, Steph will get the ball, and 85% of the time they win the series by him finishing off the game. So for the fact that the Lakers could withstand that, what did I say?
85%.
It's a big number.
It's
a big number.
Stat.
Look, I do research. I do a little bit of research.
85.3.
Yeah. But for me, that was very impressive. That they could withstand it and still finish the game with a 5-point win. Oh wait, that was beautiful. But Jordan Poole needs to know his line though.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Although he had
He was 6 of 10 from 3.
Yeah, he was happy to have a breakout playoff game at last. But the one thing I was going to say was, I can't remember.
All right. Timmy, give me your thoughts, bro. I know. Look at his socks, man. Look at his socks. Kiki. I mean, when the Mavs don't make the playoffs, you must shift, seems like.
When you lose a bet, you lose a bet.
Yeah. Let me talk to me. As an absolute neutral, your words were, don't really give a damn who wins. Talk to me about the game, bro.
First of all, well done on whoever I lost that bet to. These socks were as humbling as giving you the beers placed on the counter. I do think I have some opinions on the things that you mentioned there, Kirk. And I'm going to mention some numbers to you. The first set of numbers is 30, 23, 5, and 4. That was AD's stat line. 30 points, 23 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks. That's mad.
We did say for the Lakers to win, we need 80 to do that for 4 games.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, correct. In fact, probably more than 4 because even one of those games they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Right? And so that stat line, if I was a Golden State fan, I probably wouldn't be worried that much because we haven't seen him do that for 4 games in a 7-game series. Right? Or 5. That's the first thing. The moment or the thing that you mentioned around the Lakers controlling things and having a game plan, the reality is the Golden State just came off a 7-game series, right? Lakers took care of their business early. They had a few more games to rest, right? I suspect that they were throwing everything at this particular game, right? Completely targeting because this would be the one that they would do it. And again, LeBron has been sublime, right? The whole playoffs. And not because he's done or filled the stats, because, for example, he's shot terribly, shooting 18% from 3, right? But he controls the game, he creates space for all of the rest of his players, and they know to stay in their lanes, right? And so that's cool to watch. Yeah. One team looks big, and the other team looks tiny.
Very.
That golden,
especially when Looney's off.
If Looney is off, they are in real trouble. And so look, I think the series is fun. It's fun to watch, right? Kirk always points out that Golden State are always a few dumb plays, right, from losing a game, right? And that's exactly what happened. They made the comeback, despite Steph doing having a you said a stinker, right? And then some random plays, right? I know Poole got criticized. I'm not a massive Poole fan, but actually those plays at the end, they weren't the worst. He was shooting 6 for 10. Like you kind of want your hot hand to shoot it, right? I probably wouldn't have wanted Poole to shoot the one from like half court, right? And then call a timeout, take one dribble in, yeah. But again, you 6 from 10, right? Like take it. You're gonna live and die by that sword. The one thing that would maybe worry me if I was a Golden State fan is you could say Steph had a stinker. Right, or you could go Vanderbilt, really put him under some serious pressure. Vanderbilt is huge and knocked him, and he's going to do that for 7 games, right? And then there's a longevity piece, right? Because you're going, they just came 7 games out of sack. This is probably going to go 7 games, and then you know what they're going to do? They're going to play against the 2 things they do badly against, right? They are bad against size and a really quick, aggressive point guard. Cool. Guess what Denver?
Get what Denver is.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think it's fun. I think I love it for Steph. The first time, and I was telling you off camera, the first time I really sat down and watched LeBron versus Steph. I was actually supporting LeBron. Right at this point in time, it's kind of nice to get behind Steph. Yeah. So I hope they bounce back.
Say that too loud.
No. He can go. He can cross the floor.
I can appreciate LeBron and the way he plays now, right? And not believe in AD, and still want the best for Steph. Yeah. Plus, I really want the Nuggets in my bracket to make the finals, and I think they've got a better chance playing against Golden State, who are ill-equipped to deal with everything that they have.
Look, I think the fact that Jokic didn't get the MVP is cuck news for everybody in the West.
Tim gave his thoughts on Jordan Poole taking that last shot. How do you feel about Jordan Poole taking that last shot? Instinctively.
Look, again, he was shooting well. He was playing well. He had a decent game. He's actually not bad as a spot-up shooter. I would actually go as far as to say he's not bad as a slasher and a penetrator. When he goes to score, when he goes flopping around and falling around like that, it's irritating.
Yeah, go.
Can I have a side rant? This is not about the Golden State Lakers game. This is
We're not talking about Dallas now, eh?
This is about all in general in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right. 3 things that are bothering me. Right. Number 1, we've covered this a lot. So I'm just gonna say it and then we can move on. The charge call. Yeah.
It's become a skill, eh?
It's a cancer.
No, I'm saying for the defensive team, it's a skill.
No, it's a cop out.
It's a cancer. Play defense. Yeah. Don't just run in and fall over, which is my second point, right? The flopping.
Yeah.
The flopping is killing me. Flopping everywhere. I actually think that they should have some sort of game reviews, right? And like the death penalty, which they think is going to be a deterrent, I think they should go back and watch. And if somebody flops, right, suspend him the next game.
5 flops.
I promise you, nobody's flopping after that. Just stop the flopping, right? Stop it.
Draymond won't be playing much.
Stop it, right? Oh, he will. He'll just play proper defense. And he's a great defender. Yeah? And then the next thing is the amount of timeouts, TV timeouts, the length of them. I find myself watching more mascots shooting half-court shots, dancing, kids, DJs, aluminium foil things.
Yeah.
So much of
People
that.
balancing stuff on their chin.
A fucking ladder.
A ladder.
Like,
I want to know, how did that, can we just talk about this? How did he get to a point where he was like,
this is a good idea.
I'm gonna balance a wheelbarrow on my chin. Punta.
A bureau drawer.
Yeah.
And Owens in South Africa at 3 o'clock in the morning are going to have to watch me.
Yeah.
That is, it's selfish.
Yeah.
It's actually selfish.
Be better.
Be better.
Yeah.
Let me just watch basketball.
Yeah. Also, show me something better. Balance a motorbike. Show me something new.
So
All right.
this is because Timmy is starting. Timmy has had to feed his child at 3 in the morning.
Yes.
And he's now awake for those 3 a.m. games.
And irritated at watching the Denver. What type of mascot is he? The Denver mascot. What is he?
He's a lion.
Lion.
He's
You see that half-court shot he made?
He's Rocky. His name's Rocky.
You see the half-court shot from the ladder?
No.
That was quite dope.
Do you know what I did see?
quite dope.
I saw him take 15 shots and miss 4.
Only one count.
Anticlimax. Anticlimax.
But you know what the gems of watching those things are? You notice Oaks like DeAndre Jordan having focal game time, and because he's so bored, he's actually watching it.
Yes.
He is in it.
That's his entertainment.
He was so engrossed in that whole experience.
I won't lie. Sometimes I become invested. And then when I'm finished being invested, I'm like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah.
Then I'm offended.
I feel cheated.
I'm offended with
I
everybody.
just wasted a whole time out. Yeah. All right, to wrap up the Lakers, 1 game done. Who's winning it? If you had to call it now.
Golden State's winning it.
In 7.
In LA.
Wow.
That means 6. No, it's only 7. We'll go 7.
Okay. Tell me. It's only 1 game, but based on what we saw, your prediction?
I still think Golden State in 7. I agree.
So the interesting thing...
I think Lakers in 6.
Sorry, yes. Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6.
So the interesting thing about this series is that they play each second day straight through.
Yes.
And that is going to be
Tough on Golden State.
I was like, who is it more tough on?
I think it's more tough on LeBron.
No, LeBron has been, my view, LeBron has been preparing for these playoff games.
So is Kawhi.
I
did that work out?
I don't think
LeBron
LeBron
is
is not the
different.
one you need to worry about.
Who must we worry about?
80.
Nah.
They
not to
played
worry.
a combined 80 minutes in game 1.
Yeah, but that's what it's going to take to beat the Golden State Warriors.
When has 80 ever played 40 minutes 4 times in a row?
We'll see.
That is 3 games in a week. Of that intensity.
120 minutes. And eventually Looney or Draymond.
It's going to snort clap him.
Yes. Kick him in the nuts.
I disagree.
But we know you.
I saw a LeBron in full control. I saw a Lakers team in full control. I really do. I think Golden State win the next one. I think Lakers win their first home game. I think Golden State steal one. And then Lakers win the next 2. That's mine. Yeah. I think it's going to be 2-2 for the TV because the CEO or commissioner of the NBA was like, hey, we need a lot of games.
So there's one more thing that Kirk mentioned. You said you don't know why Golden State doesn't get to the line as much, and you gave a theory and saying, okay, cool, so they contorting, so they're not going through the contact. I completely agree with you. Also, they took over 53s.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're taking that many threes, you're just not repetitively going to the hoop as much. It's like it's the age-old way that big bad teams play defense. Like go back as far as Detroit, right? If you hit people enough, right, in the first quarter, they stop calling it, right? Yeah. Also, if you never go in, right, and you're only shooting threes, and then the occasional time you do go in, you're then leaning away from the contact. It's just
Fuck you.
It's
Be better.
It's what you've created. Be better. It's what you've created, Golden State. You created it. Yeah.
Love that point. I agree. It just makes sense. You're not going to go to the line as much as I do. I'm always scoring in the paint, and you're always shooting from three. Natural. After the break, Liam's Lambada. Catch you now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NBA SA show. It's time for Liam's Lambada! Soon we'll have budget for big speakers and real sound. Don't worry about it.
Oh!
Tammy's eating his nuts.
You eat your nuts!
All right, Liam, talk to us, brother.
Okay, so do we have a nice game for you guys?
Okay.
You guys all know players in the NBA, you know them in and out. There's many players, but I'm sure you know most of them. So today, I'm going to show you an emoji, and you have to guess the players from that emoji.
Oh.
Sy's gevaarlijk hoor.
Yeah, that's what it's class. Can we give him a round of applause? Give him a round of applause. Guess the NBA player by emoji. Okay, so it's obviously LeBron, Steph, Giannis, and that's the game.
You win. You win.
Hey, I'm 3-0 up. Here we go.
Why did you have a dustbin being Steph?
Buckets.
That's Jimmy.
Okay. Maybe I'm not winning. Here we go.
7 questions, first to Buzz. No shouting names, no.
Yes, are you big?
No cheating.
Here we go.
Was it anything that you Wiz?
Yes.
First question.
2 ball. Alonzo Ball.
Lonzo balls. No. 2 balls in
2 balls.
just balls.
Basketballs.
Balls.
Nah, you can't. You really know this?
Yes, I know the answer. I'm
Okay.
gonna get a point.
Shoot.
Bobo.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my word.
Nice.
Okay, there's a reason he's won 4 weeks in a row. There's a reason.
Wow. I like this game though.
But
Yes,
let's
this is a
go.
cool game.
Bobo. Okay. Oh my word.
Malik Beasley.
My goodness.
That was. If you got that at home, please tell me you got that quicker than Kirk. But that is impressive, my guy. That's impressive. 2-0-0.
Come on. This is your Wiz's mark.
Is this player still playing?
All of these players still play.
Do you know what I'm stuck on? I got stuck on Dion Waiters. Now I can't unsee it.
Can we give you guys 10 seconds?
Is his surname Steakman?
I don't wear my glasses.
T-Bone Man. Is it T-Bone Man?
Jimmy Butler.
Get the fuck out of here. Get.
I gave you guys some time to get that one.
Okay,
3-0-0.
there's 4 questions left, so someone has to get all right before.
Jimmy.
Jim.
I was like,
Jim,
wait, steak man.
Yeah.
Who's left meat man? I was like,
White meat waiter.
I'm like, you have no idea all the names of anybody. Jimmy Butler. Cook, my guy.
Next.
All eyes on me.
I feel like this should be an easy one.
No man. Look.
Look at Doncic.
Yes, sick.
Go
Yes. Obviously, he gets that one.
Obviously, the Dallas meme. Yo, guys, I suck at this game. My brain goes like into like direct mode.
Just go back.
Luka, what's done?
On.
Luka on sick.
Yeah.
Luka on sick.
Yeah, quite.
3-1-0.
Next one.
This is mine. Tyler Hero.
In fairness, I was going to say Tyler Hero.
Okay.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
I only saw the tie.
Oh, so excited. I got one. Damn. Timmy hit his nuts before I could answer. Here we go.
Score is now
3-2-0.
This is right, you guys die. So, next question.
If I get it right, I tie.
Amen.
Link City.
Don't we have an answer?
Tim, you were first.
I did take his piece. I mean, it is Anthony.
Is that what you're going to say?
Someone buzzed. Tim buzzed.
Okay, Timmy, go.
I'm going to need an answer, Tim.
Yeah, you go.
That is Carl Anthony Towns.
Yes.
That's 3-3. That's 3-3. The 3-3. I'm gonna take both sides.
3-3-0.
Yeah.
And this is the last question.
Guys,
Wesley.
I need to get one.
You need to get one,
Fuck
Wesley.
the shit.
You need to get one, Wesley.
Yo.
Last one.
Chamaret.
Liam, you're the real winner.
Yes.
You're the real winner.
Get out of Rosaleo. What a game. What a game. My guy.
Do you know what that was like? That was like the LA Golden State comeback,
Yes.
but still lose.
Yeah.
But I made the shot.
Yeah.
Nah, you were just LeBron.
You have one more. He's got a bonus round. He's got a bonus round.
Shame. Okay, nobody else answer. It's a sheep, so it must be LeBron.
Come on, Wiz.
Waveball. Is his surname Waveball?
It's a fucking lamb.
Hello.
Answer?
LaMelo Ball.
Lamb. Hello.
You fucking said it.
Guys. Got it. Did you know?
You said ball, dog.
Did you know? Click. Are you helping him set up the game now?
Hello.
Goat. You even said ball. How did you say the ball?
It's LeBron made ball. See,
Catch you.
he wasn't required when he cheated.
But glad that you listened to Liam and no more cheating.
Yes.
Well
People
done,
know
Kirk.
cheating never wins.
How many weeks is that in a row that you won?
5. But who's
5
counting?
weeks.
I don't know.
But who's counting?
Who's counting? Who's counting?
Kirk won the amount of times that LeBron won championships at the end of the season. 5 times. After the break, the Denver Nuggets is ripping the Suns to shreds, and it looks like CP3 is injured for the next 3 games. We'll talk about that after the break. All right, welcome back to the show. It's the NBA SA show, and we are talking the Denver Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns. Denver Nuggets, at the time of this recording, are 2-0 up. Nikola Jokic is dominating the series. I think it was in the third quarter of Game 2. Chris Paul got injured with a groin injury, and the reports tell us that he's not coming back at least for Game 3 and Game 4. He might be back for Game 5. Timmy, I want to start with you. We already believe that Denver is going to rip them to shreds. With CP3 being out, all I want to know is Denver finishing this off 4-0?
No chance.
Not.
No chance.
So Phoenix are winning at least one of the two or two of the two.
At least two. At least one, maybe even two.
Okay.
Booker has been potentially the best player in the playoffs, right? KD can be the best. Not LeBron. Not LeBron has been sublime. Sublime. Right? Don't misquote me.
Lakers in
Right?
6.
Booker's been ridiculous.
But Booker's been ridiculous. He has made some ridiculously difficult shots. And for the first time, I'm not a massive Book fan in overall, but for the first time, actually, I watched a couple of those games and I felt sorry for him, right? Because there just wasn't enough around him, and he was looking around, and he was playing on both sides.
It sounds so bizarre with KD on your team to say something like that, eh?
Yeah, but after that, it's when you go off that, and actually Chris Paul was playing well, and you don't see it from the box score, but he's doing everything else. He is such a great winner until he can't play anymore, right? And even in the game that he got injured, right? They were doing well up until that moment, and KCP got the rebound, and Chris Paul went out, and then it was over. Then it was all one-way traffic after that point. Yeah. So those two players are world class. They will win you at least one game. The Phoenix crowd are mad, right? They might win you one game, but overall they've got to go back to Denver. They've got to play at altitude, right? Joker is the best player in the playoffs. Left.
Did you say Devin Booker's the best player in the playoffs?
He just said, Devin Booker will be the best player.
The best
Yes.
guard and the best center.
Yes.
Devin
there we
Booker
go.
has
Yeah.
played the best basketball. Yes. Jokic is the best player
What the
left.
cack fucking thing to say?
Motherfucker called me out, and I took it personally. Anyhow, look, Denver's gonna win it. Right?
Regardless of who's the best player.
And regardless of how many games it goes, Denver's going to be fine. People mustn't overreact though. Just because they won the first two games at home, right, doesn't mean that they're winning 4-0.
Or Sacramento. Yes. Give me your thoughts, bro.
I think the worst thing that happened in the league was Jokic not getting the MVP.
No, man.
Because he's going to come out and play the rest of the playoffs like somebody that didn't get his third MVP. in a
I
row.
don't think that's gonna be a thing, bro. He's won 2 in a row. I don't think winning 3 in a row matters as much as winning the championship.
To him.
Yeah. I think he don't care. Well, he cares about it, but winning the MVP and not winning the championship.
I definitely think it stings enough to motivate him
More.
more.
After you've won 2 in a row.
100%. Bruh, NBA players are fucking...
Well, they're divas. They're superstars, so they're divas. Yeah, they'll care about it.
Bruh, they care about accolades. They do care about it. Just let me pivot quickly. The interview that Dame had, his last, was it with, I think,
Redick.
with
JJ.
JJ. The things that he said in that interview speaks volumes about where he is at in his career and the desire to win. So he was saying that the league is all about personal accolades and personal achievements, and I see these guys chasing personal accolades and things, and like I'm not all about that. And then a few weeks later he says, I'm committed to Portland, but I'm not stupid. Yeah. Like if they don't come right soon, I'm gonna bounce. Yeah. So they care.
Yeah, of course.
And loyalty can only take you so far.
Yeah.
They want personal accolades. They want achievement.
As a content creator, we should all want Nuggets versus Philly in the finals.
Ooh.
Wow.
That has become the
Wow.
hottest story in the NBA.
And I'm not just saying that because that was my bracket.
But fair.
But you are saying
But
I
fair.
am saying
But fair. Yeah. And the narrative and the storyline would be beautiful. Because Jokic, many believe, must have won it. Embiid has won the MVP. So the setup is beautiful therefore.
But I believe that we'll speak about that when we get there.
No, let's get there. Let's get there. James Harden played out of his skin. I think that's where they stop. I think the Celtics got the wake-up call that they needed, and I see them turning it up and finishing this series in 6 games. I really do. I think Boston are good enough. I think they have the experience of going through to the finals, and this would have hurt Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and I think they're going to take it personal and finish off the series. I needed them to lose the game, which is great. Your thoughts?
There's trouble in that camp.
Coach,
You can smell it.
I can smell it.
why do you say so?
Smell it. Because JB is acting like a fucking diva. And he wants the limelight. And
And it's a bit passive aggressive when he doesn't get it. Yeah. Like the last game. Yeah, this is weird.
Why do you say that, Kirk?
did you see them focus on him in game 1 when Smart fouled at the halfway line? He tried to steal the ball, he reached in, they called a foul, and they focused on Jaylen Brown and he mouthed, "Why are you fouling there?" There is so much issues in that camp. And then when Marcus Smart made that pass in the dying seconds of game 2, there was a camera angle.
Game
where-
1. Thanks
Was
to
it game 1?
Yeah, they've only played 1.
Is that one?
It's 1-0.
Yo, they make 2 mistakes in one game.
Yeah.
I mean, they made more than 2.
Yeah,
So there was a shot where from behind the hoop where Smart drove in and he did the pass, and JB was on the 3-point line, top of the key, wide open, and he was like, just what? And I think that is going to fester. And when it comes to a crunch game 7 or a must win on the road, I don't see them
For real?
weathering the storm. Yeah, there's too much dissension.
With no Joel Embiid for game 2.
I believe Joel Embiid's going to play the next game, bro.
You think?
After that MVP shout, I think he's there.
but even if he doesn't play, right? They've won home court advantage now,
Yes.
right? And actually, just think about the scenario that they are in. Philly as a city, Philly as Joel, and all the years he's put in there, right? And Philly as Harden, right? Where people have given Harden lots of criticism, whether he's been on an OKC team, whether he's carried the Houston team to finals, right? And always come up short in a big moment, right? This was arguably his best game ever in the playoffs, right? It was without Joel. He flipped back, and now you're thinking about what are his good games. Actually, legitimately, this was a big game, and he put him on his back, and he took him all the way. Yeah. And funny enough, in some of the interviews throughout the course of the season, he's intimated that he can still do it. It's just not his role in this team. Yeah. Again, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Not anything else, right? Then, I suppose, even if Joel doesn't play in this game, it means that they've got a home court advantage.
I think he'll play game 3 more than game 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But my point is, they've got home court advantage in this series. They'll have home court advantage in the conference finals against Miami or New York. Right?
Unbelievable.
They're walking that, right?
That Miami or New York are going to the...
Don't pull your nose up at the lower seeds, bro. Some strange shit has happened this year.
This is true. This is true. My beers are on the table. Yeah. And then they'll also have home court advantage if they play Denver. Or actually, it doesn't matter who they play who comes out of the West. They will have home court advantage there. It is set up on a plate for Philly, and that whole city will know it. Right? And that city are
If Doc
savages.
fumbles that bag, bro.
Then he's out. No,
He's out of the fucking NBA.
No. He mustn't fly. Wherever they lose, he mustn't go back home. He must just straight to the airport, LA. Right? I'm sure he's still got a house there. My point is, it is completely set up for Philly now, after that particular win. And I don't think that he's lost on Philly as a city. Certainly not lost on Joel. And I guarantee you, as much as Harden is an odd character, it won't be lost on him either. Right? He has done a lot of good work in the NBA, and this is the opportunity. And so, man, They've got role players. They've got a couple of stars. They just need them to come back. And also, he is the thing that stops JB and Tatum finding their flow. If you watch the games this season and last, right, Joel hanging out in the middle just changes all sorts of shots. It makes everything more difficult for JT and JB. I think it's going to be a great series. I think Celtics are going to win the next game.
Okay.
They have to.
I think
Well.
I think they will, and I don't think Joel's going to play,
Nah,
right? But then they're going to go back to Philly, and
He will play.
he will play.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I expect Harden to be amazing. And now they're playing with house money, so they're playing loose now. Yeah.
If you were to call it?
Well, my bracket.
Okay, well, so
Yeah.
you're fully in how many games?
I think Philly in 6.
Katie?
Let's go 7. Why not? Why not?
I wouldn't argue with that.
It could
Yeah.
be 6.
Yeah,
It could
yeah,
be 7.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics. My only problem, I think the Celtics are a better team. My only problem is the coach.
It's going to be the battle of the two coaches.
Yeah. I think he's got an exceptional team. He's got an experienced team. But just like Kirk has mentioned many times, in that dying moments when you need the right play, I don't know. I don't know if that bra.
I suppose I think that he's probably a decent coach. He's we don't.
Well, he must be.
We don't
He's
have
an NBA.
We don't have
Yeah.
the track record
Yeah.
to judge him as an NBA head coach, right? Do you know what, interestingly, one of his bigger issues are not being an experienced coach is the fact that he's got so many players. They've got such a depth of players. He plays different lineups at the end of each game, which sounds amazing, right? Because you got options. I got options. Except at the end of the game for those players, you want them to know each other, their roles, what they should and shouldn't do, right? You know what Philly has. They know the 5 are going to close the game. They know where I can tell you where they're going to stand.
And who's taking the
Chris
shot?
Tucker's going to be there. Joel's going to be in the high post. Harden's going to have the ball in his hand. Maxi's going to be going tighty, right? And Harris will be in the other corner, right? Guaranteed. They know it. Everybody else knows it. But now you must stop it. Now that sort of consistency, right, is useful at the end. It's useful in pressure moments. And you don't necessarily have that on the Celtic side. Yeah. One game they're playing Time Lord. The other game they're playing Al Horford. Then they're playing
Both.
Actually, most of the time they've played White. In this last game, and they haven't closed with Smart. This last game they closed with Smart. Sometimes it's useful, right? In the playoffs, I'd argue potentially not.
All right, moving on to the series that I guess only New Yorkers care about is Miami.
Shout out Charlie James.
Yep. Shout out Charlie. New York, Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler is injured. It's 1-1. New York Miami have now taken home court advantage. Kirk, give me your thoughts. First of all, do you care about the series? Just as a fan, do you care about it?
Marginally.
Timmy, do you care about the series?
I mean, as much as I care about Lakers, Golden State, I just don't have New York
He's like,
Rockies.
as much as I care about Lakers, Golden State, 76ers, Celtics. Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I think both are cool stories. Right? Both are cool stories. It's a story of a New York team and watching the New York games in New York. It's
Quietness.
fun. It is electric.
Yeah.
It's an experience even being here. Yeah? And watching Jimmy and Spo. Spo, I think, is just making the name as the best coach. Right? In the league. He does some crazy stuff.
Give me your thoughts quickly on the series.
So I've got a friend who has been a New York Knicks fan since Starks days. I mean, he's still got his Starks kit. And I was at the court on Sunday, and he was coaching his team. And as I walked past him, he was like, "Yo, I'm bang for Jimmy now."
Yeah.
Right? So winter's coming. Jimmy is coming. Jimmy is coming.
So shout out Aladdin. Big ups to you and staying true to New York. You've got a team that's won a playoff series, and they could win another. They really could win another. It feels like Jalen Brunson has just brought balance to that team.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Yes, and watching those teams, it feels like New York just play better.
Yeah.
They might not have better players, but they play better. It just feels like it to me.
I believe they absolutely have better players in
think
Miami.
they-
100%.
All right, boys. So that's the 4 series. I'm very excited about all of them. If you were to now pick your finals 2 teams, according to your picks, you're going to go Denver, Golden State, yeah?
No.
That's both in the West.
No, I'm saying, yeah. That's your conference finals.
Oh,
Nice comeback.
Yeah.
Nice comeback.
That's your conference finals. Is
Yes.
yours the same? Yeah, obviously Golden State and
yes. Yeah.
Denver. So I'm going to go Lakers, Denver. In the East,
Are you sure you don't want to shout out for the Suns?
hell no.
Okay,
So
okay.
CP3
Just making
out,
sure.
I don't even give them a chance. I
Okay.
reckon Denver in 5. Yeah. Give them 1 game.
Then win one.
Give them 1. Yeah. It's Kevin Durant and we'll do Kevin Durant stuff. In the East, you going
Philly.
Philly and New York.
Yeah, I'm going to go Philly.
Yeah. Yourself?
Same.
Philly, New York. I'm going to go Celtics, New York.
After all that.
After
No, but Jimmy Butler's injured. Jimmy Butler's injured. The question was, which team is better? I think Miami's a better team, but without Jimmy Buckets, I give them no chance.
I can't talk to Munis like this. I can't.
Let us know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching
So
this
who makes the
episode.
finals? Or are we going to say that for next week?
Yeah. A lot of things can change. And the biggest thing we're learning about the playoffs is
I don't smack like stupid again.
regardless of how they played in the regular season and regardless of their track record, which we now know, each series is different. Each series is different because in the ideal world, Phoenix versus Denver is supposed to be a matchup of note. But when one big star is injured, it changes the whole conversation. Just like New York versus Miami, I really believe Miami is the better team. I think they can win, but without Jimmy Buckets, I give them no chance.
When those 2 series work out in that way, the highest seed would have won. And then my commentary on the regular season matches.
Matters.
Coming back!
Thanks for watching. If you're still watching, you are a real fan. You are a real fan. Cheers. Thanks, gents.
We do this for you.
We actually,
for you.
we do it for you. We do it for you. Whatever your name is, shout out. Cheers.